So now n divided by 13, if we were solving this like it were an equation, we would be multiplying both sides by 13. And you would get, n is less than negative 260, right? Because you multiplied both sides by 13 to cancel that out. And you get n is less than negative 260. So here's my 260. It's an open circle. And n is everything less than. So I'm going to go down the number line further and further into the negative land. All right. So for this problem, right, we would just divide by 20 on both sides. Why does it lag so bad? Divide by 20, a positive 20, right? Because we're dividing by a positive number. That's an ugly 20, but I'm hoping you get the idea. I will get used to this computer soon. So we have x is less than or equal to negative 20, right? Because negative 400 divided by 20 is negative 20. So here I'm going to put my circle and I'm going to say, oh, there's the or equal to. So I'm going to fill this guy in. Now, is x bigger or littler or lesser? X is lesser, right? The alligator mouth doesn't want it, right? So we're going to go shade in the lesser direction. Okay, so that was how to multiply and divide by a positive number. Now we're going to get into something a little odd. All right, so you'll see here, I'm now multiplying or dividing by a negative number. Now, our last couple problems included negatives, but we were dividing and multiplying by positives. Here, I need to divide by a negative 12, right? So the thing I'm doing is the negative 12. When you divide by a negative, doesn't matter what's over on the other side, but if you're dividing by a negative, you have to flip the sign around, right? So we have B. Hello. We have B. And now since I divided by a negative, I have to flip the sign around. That's a big deal. So if you're watching my videos, good, you got it. And then negative 24 divided by negative 12 is 2. And then we just plot the same way we've been doing. Okay, but if you divide by a negative, you gotta flip the sign around. You have to. Okay, so we look at this problem. I have to divide by negative 7. So I am once again dividing by a negative, which means that this sign needs to flip around. B comes down, and then we have a 6 here, a positive 6, right? And there we go. B is smaller. Awesome sauce. So I have a blank slide open right now. I have found that over the years that when I explain why you need to flip the sign when there's a negative or a positive, a negative number, some students get really confused. So if you feel a little lost in the sauce, you don't have to watch this part. But if you're curious why, I'm going to show you right now. So let's say I have a 1, and I have a 5, right? Obviously the 5 is bigger, right? 5 is bigger than 1. What if I multiply both sides by a negative 1? I end up with negative 1 over here, negative 5 over here. Now which one of these is bigger, right? Which one's further up the number line? The negative 1 is. So anytime you divide or multiply by a negative, gotta flip the sign. See you guys later.